Once upon a time, a young prince lived in a shining castle. One cold night an old beggar woman arrived, offering him a single rose in return for shelter from the cold. Repulsed by her ugliness, he turned her away. Suddenly she transformed into a beautiful enchantress. To punish the prince, she turned him into a hideous beast. Then she gave him a magic mirror and the enchanted rose, telling him it would bloom until his 21st year. To break the spell, he must love another and earn that person's love in return before the last petal fell. Nearby, in a small village, a beautiful young woman named Belle hurried through town. She greeted the townspeople and then rushed to her favorite shop, the bookstore. The owner gave her a book as a gift. A dreamy look crossed Belle's face.
It's my favorite. Far-off places, daring sword fights, magic spells, a prince in disguise. Oh, thank you very much.
Belle rushed outside, reading as she walked. As Belle walked, a handsome hunter named Gaston ran after her.
Belle, the whole town's talking about you. It's not right for a woman to read. It's about time you got your nose out of those books and paid attention to more important things like me.
Belle tried to get away without being rude, but Gaston's friend LeFou joined them and began to insult her father, an inventor.
My father's not crazy. He's a genius.
As Belle spoke, an explosion boomed from her father's cottage and she took off running. At the cottage, Belle found her father and told him what the villagers were saying about her.
They think I'm odd, Papa.
Don't worry, Belle. My invention's going to change everything for us. We won't have to live in this little town forever.
Belle's father hitched up their horse, Philippe, and set off for the fair with his new invention. Belle waved.
Goodbye. Good luck.
But Maurice got lost and accidentally led Philippe into a bleak, misty forest. As he paused to get his bearings, Maurice saw two yellow eyes staring out of the darkness. It was a wolf. Philippe reared and bolted away. Terrified, Maurice ran through the forest with the wolves racing behind him. When he reached a tall, heavy gate, Maurice dashed inside, slamming the gate on the wolf whose sharp teeth snapped at his leg. Still trembling, Maurice turned to see a huge, forbidding castle.
Hello? I've lost my horse, and I need a place to stay for the night.
Of course, monsieur. You are welcome here.
Maurice whirled around. There was no one in sight. Then he looked down and saw a mantel clock with a stern, frowning face. Beside him stood a smiling candelabra. Maurice grabbed the clock and examined it.
This is impossible. Why, you're alive.
The enchantress had also turned all the prince's servants into household objects. As Cogsworth, the mantel clock, protested, Lumiere, the candelabra, showed Maurice into the drawing room. There he met a friendly teapot named Mrs. Potts and her son, a cute teacup named Chip. Suddenly, the door flew open. A voice boomed.
There's a stranger here.
Maurice jumped out of his chair. In the shadows lurked a large, hulking figure.
Please. I needed a place to stay.
I'll give you a place to stay.
The beast grabbed Maurice and dragged him out of the room. Back home at the cottage, Belle heard a knock at the door and opened it.
Gaston, what a pleasant surprise.
Belle, there's not a girl in town who wouldn't love to be in your shoes. Do you know why? Because I want to marry you.
Gaston, I'm speechless. I'm sorry, but I just don't deserve you.
As Gaston left, he tripped and fell in the mud. When Belle peeked out, she saw that the villagers had gathered in her yard hoping to see a wedding. The vicar and all Gaston's friends saw him humiliated. After the villagers and a very angry Gaston left, Belle ran outside to feed the chickens. There she found Philippe, alone.
Philippe, what are you doing here? Where's Papa?
Thank you for watching the video until now, and see you in the next video with the work of the beast. If you like it, please hit the like button and subscribe to the FinTastic channel to support me. Goodbye and see you in the next video.